You don't shy away from me. You don't run away from conflict with me. What do you think?
It's because you're special.
Okay.
I just knew there'd be someone like you in my life. Do men need to rule their homes?
That's the way you grew up. That's
Because they're more rational.
That's Protestantism.
Is that Judaism?
No, it says that the woman actually runs the house. We're the people with the mama's boys. Jews are mama's boys. The man, he's in charge of like everything that goes on in the base medrash and the shul. And the woman, like, she calls the shots in the house.
Torah doesn't like people taking on unnecessary religious restrictions. All religions tend towards asceticism, towards a denial of pleasure. One of the things I appreciate about many Hasidic Jews, as opposed to many of the more Lithuanian strands of Judaism, is how much they enjoy life. On the other hand, they drink a lot, and I don't like alcohol. So, Torah has guidelines for everything.
Whoa! Slow down. You just said that Hasidic Jews drink a lot?
Yeah.
Can we change that, please, to just Chabad Jews drink a lot?
Okay.
Outside of Chabad, nobody in the Hasidic world drinks.
Oh.
Actually, nobody in the Jewish world drinks other than Chabad.
Oh, okay.
That's not a Hasidic thing. I just want to correct you on that. It's a Chabad thing.
Well, what about on Purim?
Purim, everybody drinks.
Okay.
That's
Everyone
an
gets
exception.
shaker.
Yeah, everybody gets drunk on Purim.
Okay.
That's fine.
Torah has guidelines for everything from sex to taking on ascetic, restrictive practices. If you want to afflict yourself, be tough on yourself, the Torah even has guidelines on how to do that.
Yeah.
Another point, as far as this Torah portion with all its verses on vows, Torah emphasizes the sanctity of speech. Words are things, the same word for thing. This is a word for word in Hebrew. Words matter, they have power. You can create your own halakhic, meaning Jewish law status, through vows. I'm impressed when I meet someone who takes language seriously. I like people who obey the laws of proper usage, aka spelling and grammar. I respect people who say what they mean and mean what they say. It is a great guide to someone's character, how they use words. I find that the verbally slick are usually rascals. The mark of a good man is that he's willing to take trouble with his words, and even willing to be a little awkward and to struggle to find the right meaning. And not everything is simple and easy, and so a good person won't just like take the easy way out if the situation requires some complexity.
Okay, can I comment on that?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can appreciate what you saw here tonight. That I stood up.
Yeah, I did. I
Halacha.
appreciated it. Yeah.
When I stood up for the halacha,
Yeah.
and here's the right.
Yeah.
Because the easy avoda, like you
Yeah.
say, what you call the easy way out, is just to go, oh,
Fry him.
kill him. Oh, let's eliminate this from our community. And then after the guy's like out of the community one way or another, then you can wash your hands and go, look how great I am. I eliminated this guy. Problem solved. That's an easy way out. Mine is a little bit more complicated. I'm saying no, folks. Let's slow down. Let's back up your law a little bit here. Put the pitchforks down, folks. That's not what the Torah wants. So you appreciate that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I respect it.
Thank you. And they use proper words.
Moshe tells the Israelites to take vengeance against Midian, Numbers chapter 31.
Mm-hmm.
When they bring back the women alive, he gets mad and commands that all the women who've had sex must be slaughtered. Now, it's easy to read the Quran and say, oh, this is a bloodthirsty book, but so is much of this week's Parsha. So none of our religious books, whether you're a Christian, a Mormon, a Jew, or a Muslim, are free from slaughter.
Okay, but can I say something on that?
Mm-hmm.
There's two differences, Levi, between what goes on in this week's Parsha and the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
One is that clearly you can see, if you follow the story of Midian, that this is called revenge for what Midian did to the Jews. Midian knew that the way to defeat the Jews isn't by killing the Jews, right? Because God's always going to stand up for the Jews when
Mm-hmm.
someone tries to kill them, right?
Mhm.
The way to defeat the Jews is to separate them from God.
Yeah.
Then they no longer get God's protection.
Right.
What's the way to do that?
Women.
Throw them. Yeah.
And if there are any women out there who want to separate me from God, like, hit me up after the show. Because, like, I love God, but
what I wouldn't do for a woman who hasn't shaved her head yet. Okay.
not to mention other places.
Right. So, so what are we talking about here? So, just threw me.
So Midian knew that
Ah.
the Israelites could be separated from God. He offered them some tasty female treats.
So they first they brought the females in, and then they got them to bow to the avodah zorah, to the idolatry.
Mhm.
That separates them from God. So that was their move. That was a move to defeat the Jews, to destroy the Jews. So the Jews, God says, now you're going to take revenge against them, and you're going to wipe them out for that. That's number one. This is revenge. The Quran doesn't talk about revenge. It says, like kill the Jews, right? Kill the Christians. Kill everybody who's a heathen, all these infidels, right? Kill the infidels. But it's not because the Jews ever did anything bad to the Islam. You'll never see anywhere in there like Jews kill all, try to kill all the Muslims. It doesn't even credit it with that. It just says kill us because we don't accept Allah. Come on. Second difference is that the people who we killed, lady, are you one of the people of Midian? Did you come from one of the Midianites?
No, but I've seen some videos of Midianite women, and they were smoking hot.
One of them plays goalie on the American team. Jeez. Unless you're a Midian, you can't take offense to the stories in the Torah when the Jews wiped out the 7 nations of Canaan and the Midianites and the Moabites and Amalek. You can't take offense to this unless you think you're one of them. Whereas the Quran talks about people who are alive today. They say kill the Jews. I take offense to that because I'm a Jew, right? This affects me. The Torah doesn't say to kill anyone who's alive today. These people all happened back then. And if you have a problem, this is very important, lady. If you have a problem with the fact that the Torah had us kill those people back then you believe that we killed those people back then. And if you believe that we killed those people back then you must believe that we were in the desert for 40 years. And if you believe we're in the desert for 40 years, then you must believe that God spoke at Mount Sinai. Now that God has spoken at Mount Sinai, you're not in position to question anything that God said to us to do, because it came from God. The end. Go ahead.
Well, the Torah never says that the Jews actually killed the Midianite women, and it just says that Moshe commanded them to. But by this point, Moshe's an old cranky man, and the Jews may have just ignored him. And we know that the 7 nations did survive, and that Amalek did survive, so we know that the Jews did not wipe them out of the land of Canaan.
Came close with Amalek.
Well, Amalek keeps coming back through
Right.
Jewish history. Kosher utensils are a far greater concern for the Torah than they are for me.
You're not concerned
Just
about
my
kosher?
own, well, not naturally. I do it because it's Jewish law, but
Okay.
I can't get emotionally, I wonder if this dish is kosher. It's not an emotional thing for me. It's just a behavioral, cognitive Jewish law thing.
Okay.
I got a face of the Torah suspicious of the world outside of Torah, and things from the outside world that want to enter the Torah world often have to go through a trial by fire, including would-be converts. So whether it's utensils or converts, they both have to go through a trial to get purified.
Well, you know why why they had to do that to the utensils?
Go ahead.
Because they were treif, and they have to purge
Mm-hmm.
the treif food, right? Because the Torah had already come, and the Torah says you can only eat kosher slaughtered animals, right? Well, all these utensils had been used in the preparation of food that had been non-kosherly slaughtered, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then the question comes up, so now what happens with the utensils? Because we have a rule in Judaism. Are you familiar with this from your day at all? It says kabbalah kach polto, like the way that the utensil absorbed.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it releases.
Mm-hmm.
So the Torah talks about all of the makoros, all the sources that we have for the laws of kashrus, all these of koshering things, comes from this week's parsha. It's very interesting because they picked up all the utensils that were treif, and this is the Torah defines how to kosher them. If something became treif